Hello, and in today's video, I am going to be redesigning my character Stella for her birthday. So this video was supposed to come out on the 1st, but then the autistic demon in me decided that it needed to be on a schedule, and I didn't do it early. Because the 1st was her birthday. I don't really make OC birthdays or care about them, but Stella's kind of been my baby for the past 3 years, which makes me feel old saying that because I made her when I was like freshly like 8. Oh, I'm not even saying it. It made me feel old. Anyway, for this, I actually made a custom Stella doll. If you look on, it's called OC Social Network. It's an app. It's like a thing for, let me see. Okay, there I am. It's like a thing where you can like, how do I put this in a way that makes sense? You can like pretend to be your, like roleplay as your character as if they had Twitter, which Stella in her canonical world would not have a phone to have Twitter, but boy is it fun. Sometimes I tried to be active on there every day, and I kind of did it for like a week, and then I gave up a little bit because I have a life, and it was Easter weekend, and if you work in retail at a grocery store or anything like that, and it's Easter, and Easter weekend in quotation marks has already passed because it's Easter, but good luck, soldier. I was also a veteran. I'm also a veteran of the war. But I wanted to base the nude redesign I made off of the custom doll I just made, so that they were kind of all equal no matter where. If I was doing photography of the custom doll I made, or Vesper? Okay, she's asleep. Never mind. Or if I like drew her, and so that's a part of the redesign. The other part was I feel like sometimes when you have a character for a super long time, you need to like spruce them up every once in a while. It's not that their design is bad, but you kind of want to congruent it with how you would design them if you designed them today. And Stella's been spruced up like 4 times, which is, it's the same vibe, the same colors, but in a way that I would do it now instead of the way I did it when I first made her. She hasn't really changed very much. She's always had the long ginger hair. She had braids, but I decided to do pigtails. The newest addition really is the unicorn horn, but that is more for world building purposes for the realm of Hyphira, because that became where she kind of comes from. And the sun god is actually a unicorn who pulls the sun across, like, around the earth, in Hyperion lore. So, her last name translates to the sun or a sun, depending on if you are grammatical or not. I'm not. And I thought that it would be something that maybe people use to comfort, like, specifically the sun god is, like, kind of used to comfort, not children, but it's seen as, like, a safe thing. And for this new, untold technology, I thought it would make sense for something as familiar as the sun god to be the, like, base, or like what that technology would look like to make people feel comfortable. It's kind of like how when we first started making those weird AI robots that walk around and do your chores, we made them look like humans because we're so used to science fiction making them look like humans. Good morning, sunshine. And sorry, that was my ferret. She woke up. I didn't think she was gonna wake up. She heard my voice and was like, it's time to go. But because of this, I thought that would work very well. I also just think that her and unicorns are a very similar thing. And I also like the satyr aspect of her hooves. I based them off of these one Satyr collectible dolls. I actually have one. I don't remember the brand name. I'm sorry. If you look up Satyr doll blind box, you will find the exact one I'm talking about. They're in a chibi style, and they're really cute. Those. But I thought it would work for her, especially because she's a bard and she's all about, like, singing and, like, I guess the more PG version of partying, because her constitution does not allow her to handle alcohol. Or at least not well. Every time she's drank, in the campaign I'm in with her, every time she drinks, the DM looks at me and is like, roll constitution, and I'm like, oh, fuck, and then she passes out. So usually Stella don't drink, and it's probably a very good thing for her to not drink, because she usually passes out. But that sort of thing of, like, that kind of idea of a traditional satyr of, like, I play music, I sing, I party. That's all kind of very similar things to Stella. I'm a little chaotic. That's just Stella. In general, most of what I've done with her design is photography, because I actually like photography. Once I got over why is it so easy? Why does my art teacher only want me to do photography to enter into the art competition? Because I remember, in high school that the teacher was like, hey, you always enter photography. It's likely to go, to get a 4 because they don't really see photography. But I'm like, for me, I'm not, I can like frame things very well. Photography is a very low effort thing for me. Because I already have the base of drawing, I don't need to think that hard about composition and colors and, like, doctoring a photo to make it look nice. The couple of photography I've done a little bit, I've been lazy and I haven't, like, edited it. Like, the doll pictures I've made, I haven't edited the colors perfectly. But the framing I do relatively, I think, is fine. The composition, I don't think it's a very hard thing for me to do. But I remember that. But other than the photography, I made this, and I posted it in my friend Discord server, and I called it an over-rendered phone doodle because that's what it was. And I drew this with my finger, or no, I used a little cheap stylus and my phone. One of the replies was, Mia, your phone doodle is as good as my rendered stuff. And I was like, I didn't mean for it to be insulting. It was just an experiment. Because I was bored and I didn't have my drawing stuff. It's just, I wanted to try to use hatching, and that's why I considered it more of a doodle, because I tend to do that on my sketches. More than anything, I might try to keep the hatching with the colored liner. I kind of like the way it looks. I also don't know how I feel about it. We'll see. It might stay, I might not stay. For the past while, my art's been in a poopy, can't figure out how I want to render stage. But for this drawing, there isn't very much to it. It's just Stella outside, enjoying outside, breathing in the air with her doll lungs that she doesn't have, enjoying the sun in the middle of the day, because I thought it was a cute thing to draw. I rendered when I rendered everything, I did it on like 2 layers, because like I said, I was sitting on my phone and I was like, oh, let me keep doing this, let me add a little bit of that. I wasn't really thinking this was gonna turn into anything other than to cure my boredom and to not scroll on like YouTube or Blue Sky forever. I'm trying to not scroll as much as I do. So this was my cure to it. I think this turned out so well because of the studies I did, because I was thinking more about shadows and like the planes of the face while I was doing the lasso tool, which is not, because usually whenever I do the lasso tool, some people do it really well. I am not usually the one who does the lasso tool very well. Like, it looks good on, like, the hair, but everywhere else it turns out like shit. So, I'm very happy it turned out very nicely. I had to mess around with the colors a little bit because they were too saturated, and then they were too saturated to be the type of time of day I wanted this drawing to be, but then it was too oversaturated, or then it was too undersaturated to be Stella, and I'm not really happy with how the colors are. I'm happy with the rendering. Those are two different things. I also tried to make sure she was extra shiny because in my mind, she is made out of a soft material. Like if you touch it, it feels like soft skin, but it's also really shiny because she's kind of like made out of like metal blend. So I tried to keep that in mind. There's not very much to this other than it was to cure my boredom, and it just kept on going. So yeah, pro tip, if you don't want to scroll, just buy a cheap stylus and doodle on your phone. You might have the next Mona Lisa. I don't know. All I know is I like the way this turned out more than my art recently, which is a ginormous trip. I actually thought about uploading this on April Fool's, saying you can't draw with your phone, and talking about not how hard this was, but how great it was on my excuse my language, how like easy it was on my tablet, and then just be like, haha, I drew it on my phone. But then I ended up not doing it quick enough, so I ended up not doing that. But that's really all I have to say for this video, other than I redesigned Stella, and it was a fun time for me. Next week is also probably going to be a character design video, because I'm brainstorming as to how I want to, I have a character idea, and I'll talk about it a little bit, because it's going to be next week's video, and it's not that crazy either. I'm just making it a video so I can force myself to not hit the deadline, but to make this character, because I've had it for months. But the idea is a dragon character, sort of like a humanoid dragon character, just like how I normally draw like how my Sona was. Nothing like, I don't know how to draw a lizard head, I'm sorry, or on a lizard head on human body, I'm sorry. But for that, I want to design a character like that's like based off of a plush dragon, and I can't figure out anything about it, so I want to try to make it a video so I can actually finish it and make this character real, because I keep on thinking about how cute it would be, like how cute of a character it would be to have a plushy dragon character, and I keep on not doing it. And I do have she's more of a Frankenstein-y character. Not the one I used in my video where I was studying art stuff. It was, I made her for when I tried to draw in the Amazing Digital Circus's art style. She's the little calico cat wizard. She's kind of based on a stuffed animal and cotton candy. And she's also kind of a stuffed animal character, but they're so fun! I love stuffed animals. Comment if you love stuffed animals. Subscribe if you love stuffed animals, because we love stuffed animals. Anyway, thank you. I'm sorry this was kind of a mixy video. I meant to upload it earlier. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You already know what next week's video is going to be. If you like this video, subscribe. If you like characters, subscribe. If you like Stella, like and subscribe. You're going to probably see a lot of Stella because she's like my baby child. And Stella's amazing. Yes. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.